Hey everybody, this is Heidi from the blog Hands Occupied, and today I have a beginner knitting tutorial for you on how to bind off your knitting. So binding off is what you do at the end of a project to make it so your knitting won't unravel when you pull on the tail. This is a basic bind off. I use this bind off all the time, and especially earlier when I was learning knitting, this was the only bind off I used for a long time. So basically, what we're looking at right now, we can pretend it's the end of a scarf or something like that. And this swatch has these loops that, like I say, if you pull the tail, can be pulled out. Stitches that can be pulled out like that are called active stitches. So binding off just takes them from being active stitches to being secured and bound off. Go figure. So this video is a right-handed video tutorial. But it's one of the easier things that you can do left-handed when you see it right-handed. So let's get started. So for the first 2 stitches of your row, what you're going to do is knit them or work them like normal. So we're going to work 2 stitches, 1, 2. Then we're going to take the needle in our non-dominant hand, in this case the left hand, and put it through the front of the far loop on your right hand or dominant hand needle. So we've got the non-dominant needle through the far loop on the dominant needle. Then we're going to sweep it over that second loop we knit and off the end. Now that loop, if you can see it, is laying perpendicular to our work, which makes it so it's held on by the loop next to it and can't be pulled out as easily. All right, so we're gonna, for the rest of the row, it's worked this way. We're gonna knit 1 more stitch like that, and then bring the left needle through the far loop on the right needle, and just like before, leapfrog it over the second loop and off the end. Again, we will knit 1 like normal, then go through the far loop, leapfrog it over the near loop and off. Knit like normal, far loop over the near loop and off. And as you can see, all of those loops, just like the first one, are now laying perpendicular to the rest of the work and are secured and bound. So let's keep going. Knit 1, far loop over near loop, off, knit 1, the far loop over the near loop and off, knit 1, the far loop over the near loop and off, knit 1, far over near, and knit the last one and bring the far loop over the near loop. And now you can set your left hand needle, your non-dominant needle, to the side, and you can pull that loop, that very last loop, out a little bit with your other needle and then set that one aside. So what we've got left is our working yarn tail and this loop. Now if we pulled the tail and pulled that loop out, we could still ravel everything out. So the last and probably most important thing to secure is this loop at the end. So what you do is grab the tail, pull it through the loop, and then just tighten it. That's all it is. Now, if you pull on either end, you can't pull your whole work out, which is pretty important. And then what you do is you'll weave in the tails to finish the work, but that will be a video tutorial for another day. Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.